able to follow the activities of the group in New York as well by connect to our website, www.ssbaltimore.org. This weekend is a very special weekend for us because we have the Corn Golds here with us, and also Royalty Share tomorrow at 5, as you have on your flyer. And I will give some of the announcements before we introduce you to them. Tonight is also very special because we're dedicating for this whole weekend, not only this weekend, but this is going to be the first time that we're dedicating a part of the proceeds of the book sale and the donations, if you want, to the Katrina relief, but specifically to the Ronald McDonald House at New Orleans. As you know, the Spiritist Society of Baltimore volunteers in a monthly basis in the Ronald McDonald House in Baltimore, and we got to know through the manager that they got severe problems with their building in New Orleans. So a part of the funds tonight and tomorrow will be donated to the Ronald McDonald's House at New Orleans. For the ones that don't know what it is a beautiful organization for children and youth that are experiencing a very tough time with a rare disease. They have no place to stay during the time that they are receiving a treatment, especially in a city that is not theirs. And during the time that they stay there, volunteers work to bring them breakfast, dinner, and activities for children. Also, we recently released the Spiritist News. So this is very, very beautiful because we have an exclusive interview with Divaldo Franco. For our friends that are watching us through the webcast, they can get a copy of this at our website, www.ssbaltimore.org, and read this phenomenal issue that is talking about Spiritism in all different points of view. And not only that, Josiah Korngold brought us tonight some of the most recently launched books. We Are All Mediums by Carlos Vasselli, that was recently translated and published by a group in England, our friends at the Spiritist group of Brinton. And the Spiritist Alliance for Books in New York, through the efforts of Josiah and Joan Korngold, put together the translation of The Here and Hereafter by Leon Denis, one of the greatest apostles of Spiritism. This is a very, very deeply touching book. And Josiah Korngold is one of the authors in this book, Enduring Gems, that talks about Chico Xavier and several different stories that happened to him and stories that he told us well, messages that he received. But tonight is all about the Korngolds. Who are they? They are friends, and that's good. They are not only our friends, but they are the founders of the Spiritist group of New York. And the Spiritist group of New York, as much as the Spiritist Society of Baltimore, they have been committed to spreading Spiritism in English in the United States. They have been doing an immense work. We have been there a couple of times. They have a great attendance there, and it's located right there in the heart of New York, in Manhattan. So whenever you are there, don't hesitate to call them or to stop by at one of their meetings. And not only that, they have been putting a lot of work, both Josiah and Juan. They have been working in the translations of the Spiritist books, which is a very, very hard work. Hard in terms of time and hard in terms of how you actually make that happen. So they have a great team working with them. And Josiah is the leader of this group. And without their efforts, we would never be able to have the last volumes of Kardec's works, which they recently published, which are The Heaven and Hell and Genesis. And for that reason, they specifically founded the Spiritist Alliance for Books. You don't need to be in New York to join them in this effort, because there are thousands. I'm not saying just a matter of words, really thousands of Spiritist books still to be translated. And they, of course, they are open to volunteers and people that want to help them by proofreading, there are so many different steps in a translation, and you can certainly join them if you want, or if you know of someone that would like to do so. So now, we invited them to come and give us a workshop in mediumship. Not only because they are spiritists in our mediumship, but because Jussara has recently translated a course in mediumship that was put together by the Brazilian Spiritist Federation. And she actually conducts these classes on mediumship in New York. And they have been working in mediumship for many, many years. So now I'll pass the word to Jussara and João. And at the end, they are going to open for questions and to chat with you. Jussara, please.
Good evening, everyone. Good evening, those that are watching us at home, comfortably, I hope. And we ask for the love of God to guide us in this work today. As Vanessa was explaining, João and myself today will be giving this lecture. And we are going to be doing that in two parts. The first part, I will explain more about the mediumship, the process of mediumship, and how it happens in a way. And then in the second part, where João is going to be starting, he's going to be talking more about the mediumship meeting, the rescue mediumship, and this obsession. So we are going... no, not this one that I'm going to use. To start by saying that mediumship, according to what we learned from the Medium's book, is a natural gift that everyone possesses in a way or another. Everyone has already experienced the intuition, a perception. I say sometimes we pick up the phone and we know who's calling. So this is a faculty that we all possess